And we're back. It's been a while. But welcome, friends, welcome, foes, and all those undeclared, to the epilogue of Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, with my players, as always, Riva, Emmy,
Hi.
ah, sorry, I
Eltuan.
blanked. Eltuan, Eloa, and Ken.
Hello.
Sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had a very intense game as well, and my mind still hasn't recovered. Hopefully, it'll be just enough to scare the living wits out of you as we are moving back into this terrifying little dungeon of the Firefly cellar. If you who are watching have just come back from episode 5, congratulations. For us, it's been a few weeks, and so we're going to do a slight recap before we move forward. Those who already know, feel free to move to the moment where the music starts. You know.
I think last episode was episode 4.
Yes.
You said 5, so
Yes, we are. This is episode 5.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind.
Great. I'm not the only confused one on board. So, to recap the current situation, you had been, by a grave tragedy has been happening over Candlekeep. You were basically, the 5 of you, sort of forced into finding lodgings in the Firefly cellar, a portion of Candlekeep that is currently being restored by both the building and the books within them, by a little troop led by Varnir, an elderly elven woman, Ebder, a widower father, whose daughter Galeby is the life and joy of the cellar, and they joined her, an elderly Kenku by the name of Crinkle, who's the original inhabitant of the cellar, and occupied herself by breeding fireflies used for lighting lamps, basically in places where books are very, very flammable. Your first night went none too problematic. But trouble started when, at breakfast, you started realizing that all of you were humming the same little ditty, the same little song. And as the day passed by, the music became more intense in your minds, taking more and more of your conscious thoughts. And strange things starting to happen. Shadows started to manifest. Books started flying off shelves. Terrors reaching from your subconscious started to grasp you as you were just moving about. All of this led to one name, Shemshime, and potentially a book, cursed or some sort, pop-up book, that explained that this particular entity has been haunting and been causing mischief for a while. So, as we last left off, you had discovered the book Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, a mechanical pop-up book which needed some repair, which Crinkle had secured for herself into her little cubby of treasures. But the way you discovered it was basically as Galeby had used the heavy book to, incapacitate Crinkle as she had been attacked. You took it upon yourselves, after a sort of taking a little short rest to examine the book, which is an addition that I've given my players right now before we started. And you have been taking... let's And you have basically took the time using Ebder's skill and tools to basically re-wedge the cog that was blocking the mechanism of this book. And as the book started to re-whir itself, and the melody, which you also discovered the words to as well, started to play. But this time, the melody completed itself. An extra rhyme, an extra stanza that you had not known before. And let's see if I can find that stanza here particularly. You'd think I'd have this prepared, right?
Yes.
I mean,
See the rhyme, but that's I have the rhyme, but I don't have the. Here we go. So the final stanza would read as this: "See a daughter grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through. Trap set for the shadow's bane, her millstone killed it true." And I've also showed you, I believe I shared you within the art, let's put it, also the pop-up book itself. There we go. Let me just show it again to everyone. Here we go. So, as the last pop-up sort of goes up, the music is swaying once again, this time all the more, all the stronger. And I'm gonna put that music here. And music box, no vocals. Yeah, there you go. I did not miss this. But you make me do this. The book trembles, vibrating. Its mechanical inner workings squeal to a halt, just for a moment, and then whir back to life. You hear clicks and whistles, and bursting like steam from a kettle with the same sound, shadows erupt from it, filling the room, impossibly in the light of the last few fireflies. As they collect around the ceiling, almost swirling together like a whirlpool, they form just enough mass for you to visualize a humanoid form with two red ember eyes. Meanwhile, as the last couple of fireflies die and the only light is that which you've brought yourself, and we'll talk to that in a second, you see the book vibrate again, the images shimmering as they change, and you see just enough to recognize yourselves now in the storybook. But you don't have time to concentrate on this new apparition, as shadows all over you leap to try and grab you. So I want everybody to roll initiative.
Initiative. What's that? Oh.
Whatever I was concentrating on, I guess I'm not concentrating on anymore.
You are not concentrating it. No. After the short rest, no, you are not. Speaking of which, a quick little reminder. As Shemshime has now basically manifested itself within the confine, the music and the buzzing and the earworm that is this particular song is now completely taking over your mind. All of you are humming this melody, whether you like it or not. And it will take actual effort on your part to push it out of your mind. As this is a manifestation, as a GM to my players, I will mention this. The more people hum, the more powerful Shemshime and the more real Shemshime is going to be. So, I would ask on your turn, please let me know exactly what you are doing to keep the music out, should you wish to do so. Has everybody rolled initiative?
Yes.
Yes, but you did not click your token, which means that I only have Iris on board. Okay, no worries.
Sorry.
No worries. Turn.
It's just habit.
I know. Oh, I mean.
Oh,
So, Naruth here. How much?
13.
13. What you need?
I have 13 as well.
13. Okay. Riva?
22.
22. Okay.
Damn.
And Tuin?
Nice.
11.
11? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, actually, yeah, Riva. That actually should be that it should be Noxy. Anyways, doesn't matter. I will keep the civilians out of this particular fight. However, give me a second here. There we go. Perfect. Right, let us not be bothered by other sounds from browsers. You didn't hear that, but everybody else did. So, Rita, Noxy, you're up first. Currently, do not don't look at the battle map right here, but just so you know that there's about from you can understand on the roof, so on the ceiling, in the center of the ceiling, there is this central whirling mass that is sort of hissing and sort of laughing, and you understand that to be the main entity of Shemshime. But also you can see 4 other shadows sort of spreading apart from each corner of the room, sliding down the walls. What do you wish to do?
So if I don't have an idea for how to stop humming, am I like more not able to do things? Does that make sense?
I would say you are perfectly. If you want to pass your turn, you can completely do that. If you wish to drop your initiative to follow to basically you drop your initiative to somebody else's, that is also possible as well. You just need to tell me when you want to act. So you can basically choose one other player, one other ally, and say, I will have my turn at the same time as them, basically.
So like, what I'm asking though is, if I just wanted to try to do some sort of like attack or something, would I be not as good at it because I'm distracted or something?
No, this would be mostly about concentration. So, for example, your Calm Emotion spell is a concentration spell.
Okay.
But tell me, are you doing anything to keep this melody out of your mouth, this song out of your head?
I couldn't really think of much except to try to distract it by playing my instrument instead.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So Nox, what kind of song what kind of melody would you be playing?
Something that is the opposite of what the song sounds like. Something more upbeat and happy, like a bar tavern song.
Okay, right. So as the combat starts, as the light has fallen sort of dim, what kind of light sources do we have, by the way? Naruthir's sword, definitely.
Yep.
And I have a light
You have the cantrip. Right.
Yeah, which I probably cast on the book.
Oh, for better to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. It's more difficult to change a light bulb when it's actually brightly lit, as in illuminating. Right. So.
Wait. What kind of object? Any.
Could be any object on your person.
We're in a kitchen.
Yeah. So.
So a pan or a pot or something
that's hanging above the kitchen island. There's just a pan just illuminating with bright light. Okay, yeah, I like it. That's for some light cooking right there. Okay, so you have these two lights, and I think that is why you have these shadows that are slinking to the side, trying to grab. They're going for fairly specific people. Who is around the book right now? So
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Edgar.
I'm around the book because I want to see in which scene each of us are to see what's the story about us, what is going to happen to us.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
I'm around the book as well.
Okay. So as you start playing the song, that is something that is sort of free action, right? Is there anything else that you want to do?
I mean, are we just beginning to attack the shadows?
You may attack the shadows. You may attack whoever's up there as well. That is fully your choice.
So I'm gonna be playing this happy bar tavern tune.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I want to try to do a dissonant whispers attack on the shadow.
Okay, but one of the shadows, or do you want to attack the central guy? The
central guy.
Okay, right,
and
nice.
The whispers against him are going to be happy whispers because he's a dark guy.
Yeah, positive affirmations. It's like, we love you. You are warm and okay. Let's see. Throw the spell.
I just click the button that says cast.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. And that is an 18 on Shemshime. So as you whisper these affirmations, trying to counter this negative emotional force, you can see that your words do catch, but not enough. Not enough for the creature to feel repelled by your words, and stands there hissing. But what was sort of laughter and cruelty has now turned to a bit of anger and almost how dare you? I'll get you for this. The shadows turn now, unless Noxie, do you have anything else that you want to do?
No, I don't think I have any bonus actions.
Do you have any? Let's see. We still have your bardic inspirations.
I don't really know what that means.
So on a bonus
give
action,
an extra die to someone.
Basically, you can inspire someone, and they get an extra D6 on an action that they want within the next 10 minutes.
Okay, I want to inspire Naruthir.
Naruthir? Okay.
Yep.
Naruthir, you are going to get a bardic inspiration. So the bardic inspiration, just as a reminder, can be used for any skill. I leave D&D for one game and I need to relearn everything. I apologize.
Aptitude.
Yeah, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. But they can also be used for the spell slingers. They can also be used to add damage to a spell or or healing to a healing spell. Okay.
Would that work on a smite?
No, that's not a spell.
I need to use a spell slot now.
Yes, but it doesn't count. It's got no
tried.
verbal somatic. You can't counterspell a smite. Believe me, I've tried. Right. So let's see. The shadows are going to sort of slink down and try to attack. And I am going to. Let's see. Let's go for. I think he's going to instruct Iris. That's a 9. I would think definitely our Noxie. 12. Does that hit you? No, it does not. You've got a 13. And the other two, I guess, will go for What You Need and Tuin. So What You Need, that is a 10, and the shadows. Let's get this dice log up. I'm very consistent. I'm very, very consistent. Unfortunately, these shadows do not have advantage, or I will be destroying you. But that's it for the shadows as they mingle in between you, and they are literally sort of slipping between the shadows of the table, of the chairs, of your own shadows. They're slipping and sliding through and sort of grabbing people randomly. Iris, you're up.
So, Iris has seen Noxie cast a spell at the big guy up top.
Yep.
And thinks, yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. Probably. However, I'm running very low on spells, so what do I have? Wait a minute. Am I the only one that has a battle music?
You got the battle music. I switched the battle music because I felt that it would be a bit more encouraging rather than the same. You'll be hearing it again. Yeah. I promise.
And while she starts out loud reciting the chronology of all the big Waterdavian houses to counteract the effect of the melody.
narrator. No!
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver. However, I am going to use my my bad. My effect to change the spell damage from what was it? Psychic to force damage.
Do you you have a spell of the same level?
I have, yeah. That's okay. What. Oh, it has to be the same level or above. Is above good or not? I don't. I should.
No worries.
Reread that.
Force is good. Go ahead for force.
Okay.
Okay, so intelligence save. Oh, that is a 17. So it takes 2 damage, I guess?
Nothing, it's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay. So, unfortunately, again, the the effect maybe sort of shakes away. It's like dropping a pebble into water, as in it spreads it out and it just reforms, and you don't a second later you don't feel like there's been any effect to it.
No.
Anything else that you wish to do?
Nothing else I can do right now. Just I still have my mage armor up.
Yes.
So, since it lasts 8 hours.
Okay, perfect. What you need? You're up.
Okay. How far is it in the air? Because like, can I reach it? I have 5 feet reach. I don't know if I can reach it.
It's going to take. It is literally pooling up at the ceiling. The ceiling is maybe about, I would say, maybe 10 feet up. So you wouldn't be able to just hit it just as such.
Right.
Even if it is sort of a low-ish ceiling.
Right.
But you've definitely
there's
got...
counters. I mean, there's counters, like countertops.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that, if you jump up on the counter and you want to yes, you may. Definitely.
There's also a shadow, right?
Yeah.
Just one?
No, there are 4.
4, okay. And where are they around us? Like they're kind of in.
They're kind of sort of everywhere. We're not going. I'm doing this more theater of the mind because there are too many tokens in this room.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll try to I'll hit the closest one to me.
Okay.
And I'll hit it with my quarterstaff. So 13.
13 is definitely a hit as you just sort of slam. And as you slam it down, you feel less the impact with the creature and more just hitting on the stone floor. Basically, it's just slamming and hoping that the thing gets hit in between. So go ahead, you can do the damage.
The second set of dice is the two-handed, right?
Yes. I'm guessing you're going two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1d, yes, d8, so that's 11. So minus 5. So as you hit the ground, you realize, there's been an impact. There's sort of like just feel a little cushiness to it, but it doesn't seem to have been very much affected. Not as strong as you would think, basically.
Okay. I'll then do unarmed strike as my bonus action.
So after hitting it with your staff, you go for the foot. That is a hit.
Nice.
Okay. Yep. Again, it's like kicking in cloth. It gives but it reforms in kind of a bit. So unfortunately, you feel that your hits are not that effective.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Next up is Naruthir. Go ahead.
Alright. So to get the music out of my head, as a veteran of the Dwarven Orcish Wars, I'm humming some Dwarven war songs. And I'm going to attack the main shadow.
Okay, so the one with the roof. So you're climbing up on the counter.
On the counter and, with my sword.
Swiping away, like trying to swipe away a nasty fly in the room.
Exactly.
By the way, what you need? What are you doing to keep the music out of your head?
I forgot to say, but I hear Noxie starting to do some tavern, and I just sing along
with hers. Okay.
Yeah, I sing along, and I probably don't know the lyrics, so all I say is stuff like beer, and I don't know, beer and alcohol,
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. So, narrator, that's a 20 for 13 slashing. So 20 is definitely a hit. And
so I'm going to use a smite on that.
You might want to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
So I have 2d8 extra plus 1d8 because it's an undead.
Yes, for some reason this we've talked about Fey influence, but ooh, that is nice. So, as you reach up, you slice through that white light bursting into flame. Just goes right through, and the shadow is cut in two, and then there's a and it just dissipates.
Okay.
Shemshime, this pool of a swirling shadow dissipates and sort of rushes into the corners. But as it disappears, you're still hearing in your mind the song and the sort of hissing, steam-like laughter of the entity. You've destroyed it for a while. Still, there are still shadows to deal with.
Going to burn down a book.
To it.
Right. Me, for keeping myself sane as much as possible, I concentrate on the idea of a calm ocean and the silence that we find within. And so I really keep in mind the beautiful, dark bottom of the sea and the calmness and the seaweed and everything that you can find there. It's kind of comforting. And more there's noise, more I try to concentrate on that. So even if there is the song of Noxie and Watcha needs singing along, etc., I will concentrate even more on that silence, because that will be the only way for me to find something comfortable and reassuring.
Okay. So going meditation more. Try to summon basically white noise.
Exactly.
Okay.
And while doing so, as I see what narrator just did, dissipating the shadow and such, so I focus on a shadow close to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to call forth my faithful seagull. It's the moment, seagull.
Yep.
It's the moment, seagull. Destroy me, this shadow, with your claws and with your talon. And I will also use my bow, probably at short range, I imagine.
This is very much at short range, so this is very much at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I have a short sword, actually. I'm going to use
sword. You could use that one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use my short sword. For now. Okay. So I am dropping the dice. Wait. Try to remember. No. There we go. That's for my sword.
Okay, so a 10 unfortunately will not work, as maybe it's not that you don't hit it, it's maybe that you I mean, you don't stab rocks with your short sword, and so you're trying to, maybe you pull back just to avoid to fracture the tip, but and the shadow sort of slinks away. You miss it, but let's see if your seagull has better luck.
Yeah, I can do a beast slash, right?
Yes. You can find it. I've actually remember.
That animal is wicked.
Well, yeah, that's why it's my friend. I mean, right?
Okay, that's definitely a hit.
Yes, seagull. You see, narrator, my seagull is useful.
If that thing touches me again, I'm going to kill the sea poultry right there.
Again.
No.
You can click on Roll20. You can just click on the little purple box there, and I'll do the damage.
There we go.
Okay, so that is 9. slashing. Yeah. No, your beast is not considered magical yet. Okay. The second shadow. Again, this time where you struck and maybe you hit the shadow of a leg. Your seagull sort of grabs and again sort of grabs the. It's almost like very thin, very almost translucent cloth that has been sort of put down on the ground, pulls it, sort of bashes into it, does damage, rips it a bit, but it slinks away. Shemshime will not have a turn.
Good job, Seeger.
Noxie, could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Let's see if you manage to keep that concentration. Okay, thank you. What do you want to do with your turn?
I don't know. All of my spells and stuff I feel like are just things for me to do when I'm not attacking shadows.
You've always got Vicious Mockery. You can always try and insult the shadows.
Make it more mad at me.
insult them.
Okay. I'll try to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it
They
a
should be
stupid,
smart.
ugly shadow. Small brain. Nothing better to do with his time. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Shadow, Vicious Mockery, that is a Wisdom saving throw. That is a 13. So it takes one point of psychic damage. Are you just randomly trying to get one, or are you aiming for a specific one?
I want to aim for one of the smaller ones this time.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, the big one has dissipated, is gone elsewhere. You're not exactly sure where.
Okay.
But the smaller ones, like I said, there are 4 of them sort of swirling around. It's a bit difficult to see which one.
Yeah, so just,
Okay.
whichever one is closest to me.
Yep, we'll do. Okay. Basically, as these are moving about and shifting away, what I'm going to do is basically whenever you attack one, I'll roll a d4, and that's the one that you're going to hit, basically.
Okay.
Okay? Speaking of which, 4 shadows, 5 players. Let's see, who's the one that is not going to get hit? Okay. So clearly somewhere along those lines, Neruthir, you scared them, I think.
As they should.
Maybe because you're on top of the counter and they're slinking along the floor, trying to hit. By the way, these 4 are there are other shadows, of course, that are attacking the rest of the Firefly cellar crew, but they, through light spells, through different abilities, they're going to be dealing those on their own. So you only have these 4 to contend with, right? It's not a conspiracy just on you 5.
All right.
Right. So let's go for. In order. Noxie, that's a 7. Iris, that's a 22.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
No.
So that is 12 necrotic. Could you make?
That's their attack, right?
That is their attack. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that needs Oh no, you don't, you vicious little
Punk.
shadow.
Okay. I'll re-roll. They have a +4. And that's a natural 1.
Yes.
Okay, so Iris, it's done. What you need? That is a 9, and Tuin, that is an 18. Does that hit your armor class?
Yes, it does. I have 14.
Okay, so that is 9 necrotic damage. As the maybe you step back after having stabbed at one shadow, you step back looking for another, and just out of the shadow of Iris's cloak, it slips up, tries to grab you. You can feel the cold pulling you in. Right. Okay. Wait. Really? There's no. No, that's Shemshime. Shadow. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna roll a d4. Okay. Could you? I'm going to go into your character sheet and reduce your strength score by 2.
My strength.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, that is
Not the strength modifier, the strength score,
the
right?
strength score. Yes,
Yeah,
which
so
now
not the
means that you
Plus
have.
X.
You had how much? How much did you have in?
So I have 12 in strength. So I'll have 10, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
What do I have here? 11 base score. Oh, wait. Okay. We're good. So yes, as you feel the you literally feel yourself almost growing exhausted. The armor around you is feeling a bit heavier on your shoulders. There is vitality that is being literally drained from you at this point. These are, you know that these are very dangerous things. Once they've sapped all your strength from you, that is one way for them to reproduce. So, just so you know. And the last one, that was it. That was the last one. So, Iris, you're up.
Yes. We have 4 of those shadows still being there, right?
Yep.
And none of them fell yet.
No.
Huh.
Could you make me concentration saving throw, please?
Yeah. Still reciting my.
Yep. Hopefully. Okay. Thank you.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is that effect similar to a charmed condition or not?
No, this is literally a concentration saving throw. So, if you have, for example,
I have advantage on avoiding or ending charmed conditions.
This is
so
not
that's
that.
why I asked.
if you had, but if you had, for example, Warcaster, you would have advantage because this is a concentration check.
No, of course, yeah. Which I didn't think.
Yeah. Okay. No, don't worry. Have your turn. It's just that this turn, as you fail, you can hear the music sound up again into your mind.
Yeah. I'm starting humming it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I have no choice. Too bad. Okay. So it's gonna be magic missile on the shadow in front of me.
Okay. Nice. So that's what, 3?
So 3. Yeah, it's a level 1 spell. So 3 darts of 4.
Okay. So
Total of 12 force
are you
damage.
popping them in the same one or separate?
I pop 1, 2, and well, if it collapses, I'll aim for another one.
Considering
but
it's cast at the same time, you have to tell me now. Basically, you can't just go 1, 1, 1, 1.
I'll do.
I just need to know how many dice I roll, basically, to how many.
I'll do 2 on mine and 1 on the
Okay.
one that just attacked.
Twin?
twin. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
That is actually the one closest to you as you slash into it takes a total of 8 damage.
Yeah.
The one that just attacked Tuin, as you release the 2 bolts, they impact and the form shatters and shreds away. You've killed one.
Wait, I attacked 2 in mine and 1 in Twin's.
Oh, okay, so that one's still... Okay, done. +4. There we go.
Those are 3 darts that I
Yep.
have.
Don't worry. I'll still say the effect stands. One of them is shredded and gone and gone.
And poofs.
And poof,
And it's
yeah.
the one in front of Twin, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right. What you need?
So I take a look at the book and I throw it on the stove.
Okay. It is made of metal. You know that, right?
Well, and then I shout at Neruthier to, I don't know, try to burn the book somehow with his
Gotcha.
Okay. So I throw the book, and then I resume attacking my guy,
Okay.
my shadow.
Can you please roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Constitution. I don't see where it is on. I see Constitution, not
Yes.
concentration. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing, but
Oh, okay.
okay. Jeez. Well, I mean that would be quite normal considering that Noxie's song has stopped. You don't have necessarily a melody to sing along to. So.
Yeah.
Right. So, as you throw the book onto the stove, still warm from the previous sort of short meal that you had, you actually have Varnier saying, "No, do not destroy it." But make the attack.
So I threw a 15.
15. Yeah, 15's a hit. Go ahead for damage.
And
Yes, actually, I need to roll for a D3 now because there's one left. Okay, that one. Okay, so -5. There we go. Okay, perfect. Do you want to go for second attack?
yeah, on the same one.
Okay.
I'll do I have flurry of blows as well.
Yeah, might as well. Okay, so that's a 20. That's a hit. Okay, so -2. And you have another flurry, so you have another attack.
Oh.
So flurry of blows allows you to make an extra attack with your bonus
I
action. And
forgot.
that's a crit. Go ahead.
Woo! I had a cool animation on my screen. I had like a dragon eat the dice or something. So yeah.
Roll me another.
Was it a crit?
Yeah, roll me
Another
D4.
one, right?
Roll me another D4.
Okay. So 6 and 7, right?
No, that would be 6 and that's a total of 9. So when you do a crit, you double the dice. So you would be rolling basically 2d4 instead of 1d4. So the 2d4s that you rolled were a 2 and a 3. If you add plus 4. So what did I say? So 6 plus 3. So that's a 9.
Okay.
And it is actually enough to dissipate it as you step on it, kick it with the other foot. There's a rip through the shadow, and it dissipates into nothingness. 2 down, 2 to go.
Flurry of blows. Doesn't he have 2 attacks?
I did.
You did, yeah, you did.
I did them.
Oh, all right.
He did.
All right.
He rolled a 20 and then a 26.
Okay. All right.
No way. But good looking out. Neruthier, speaking of attacks, go ahead.
All right. So, hearing my buddy Watch Need saying destroy the book, I'm like, okay.
And
I'm going
Varnier
to-
shouting out saying, don't!
Yeah, but I felt like it was a focus of dark magic.
Yeah, but it's also the thing keeping it here. Otherwise, you're gonna free it.
Or are we?
Fine, I'm in the middle of battle, so I don't have much time to think about it, so I'm going to destroy one of the 2 other shadows.
Okay.
Ah.
That's a 24. That is a hit. And
13
considering
damage.
13 damage, and considering that I'm gonna roll here, but okay. Considering that your attacks are actually magical and it goes through, that's a shadow evaporated. As it's easy for you to find, as your sword is actually illuminating light, there are no doubts as to where these shadows are. And it just slice and it dissipates. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I continue to hum my battle song.
Yeah, concentration check.
Okay. That's the Constitution, right?
Yep. Actually, 2 in. As you took damage on the last turn, I'm going to ask you to do 1 as well. Okay. Jesus Christ. This melody. Yeah, so.
So I do my
Constitution
dice
saving throw,
roll?
please. Yes.
Yes. But
Okay,
not
that's a
really
10. That's good. You've kept it. You,
Oh,
of all
okay.
people, have managed to combat
keeping-
this music with the sound of silence.
Exactly.
However, it is your turn, which means at the beginning of your turn, I'm going to ask you to do it again.
Yeah, alright. But I'm still concentrating.
Hopefully.
Yes, look at that.
Nice.
The sea's with me. And
Hello,
You see-
darkness, my old friend.
I am going to invoke some ensnaring seaweeds.
So there is only 1 shadow left. So, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm going to do an answering strike
Okay.
to ensnare the shadows, but
Yep.
with seaweed instead of vines, because that's what I do.
Okay.
So we just need to cast.
Strength save 13. Ooh, that's good because they do not have. Right, but they technically are immune to being restrained, grappled, or that kind of thing. So.
It's a good
As-
try.
But do the strike. Go ahead, attack. No, just make an attack.
Oh, sorry. Wait a second. I thought it was so I just with the longbow then.
No, short sword. I'm guessing, as that's the one you had taken out.
Even I'm tired with my arm.
Yeah. So unfortunately, with the 7, you don't hit. Let's see what your let's see what your seagull can do.
Wow.
My cigar
Yeah.
can always do things. She's the best.
So just click on that button there and roll 20, and it'll roll.
8.
Well, actually, roll another d4, please.
Another D4. Okay.
Yes,
All right, because it is.
it is a crit. Yeah.
Oh.
Especially when you guys get a crit. So that's 2. So that's a total of 10 damage. The yeah, the seagull comes in, bites at it, pecks at it, and it is stripped. It is ripped to shreds. And to those watching my screen, yes, I do understand that Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action, and the attack of the seagull is the same. And I do understand that it had 1 hit point left. I just don't care. Let's move on.
All right.
So, as the rest of the shadows are dismissed by either attacks or application of light, you can see that Varnier has illuminated the tip of a staff and is basically sort of shooing them the same way she would try to shoo away mice or other rodents, and the other shadows sort of slink away into corners or cracks within the walls or just flee from the room. You know that there are others that will definitely be lurking around in the area, so it's maybe not a good thing to go about alone. But as the adrenaline stops, once again, the music comes back into mind. You take the effort, now that you are not distracted by the shadows, to go back into your mantras, go back into the little songs and so forth. But still, that melody is just on the edge of your lips, just on the edge of your mind, trying to pull it back. Varnier, with quite a bit of effort, basically sort of goes to grab the book that is now, again, above an open fire, and you can see that the brass parts of it are not starting to redden, but there's definitely smoke coming from the dust that had settled upon the book, and that is now burning. So you have that sort of acrid sort of smell. She moves it quickly away from the stove, pulling it to the side, pulling back her fingers from the burn, and she says, "Please, we cannot destroy the book. This is the only thing this is its prison. It has gone out, but we need to put it back in."
And how do you want us to do that?
This is, for all intents and purposes, a fairy tale. It follows the rules of its own making. The story we
need to grind him down?
Why are we not making the story different in that case? If it's the story of something and it's follow the story, we need to end the story differently. So it's gone forever in far, far away lands, and we never hear about him anymore.
That's not nice for the faraway land, is it?
I'm not exactly sure that is even possible.
Yeah.
These
What's at
things...
the end of the book?
So, you want to look at the book?
It gets grinded by the little girl, if I remember correctly.
That's the page we're on right now, right?
It's the last stanza.
So, as you look to the book, the image that I showed you previously has shifted to follow a narrative that is much close to your hearts, as you are part of it. The first image shows a pile of debris, fallen stone, mounted, a corridor that collapsed. Out from the rubble, you can see, hanging limp, is a bluish hand with the fingers slightly webbed. Next to it, a squirrel, seemingly actively trying to dig through the rubble, most likely to find a lost companion within.
Oh no, it's Noxie!
The second image a wall of stone is the background, as well as the sound, and you can recognize the pattern of the great room above. Lying upon it blood seeping from an open wound is what you need. And standing above him, holding in one hand the back, sort of holding him upwards, propping him up, is Neruthier. And the other hand is on the pommel of the sword that he pushed through the Harengon's body.
What the heck?
The third image. The background is illuminated in flame. No, sorry. That's the fourth. The third. Centered, crouched, with her hands around her knees, is Galeby. And almost forming as a tent above her are her father, Ebder, and Crinkle, as they are holding themselves and sheltering her from a wave of shadows. And you can see that these are already digging into the protectors' backs, as black, liquid, dark blood seems to seep from it. And finally, the fourth image. The back is flames. And the two figures, elven kind, seem to be burning as well, amidst a no, incendie. Come on,
Blaze.
and a blaze.
Fire?
Yes,
Fire?
between a blaze of burning books. You can see and guess the silhouettes of Iris and Varnier. Oops. There we go. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, forgot to charge these things. What do you find? What's interesting is that this scene is set on the first floor. You can see that overbearing this fire is within the shadow of a huge stone book.
Stone.
A huge stone book.
Yes. The replica of an enormous sculpture hanging from the ceiling above the stacks that you had noticed when you walked in. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I guess you told us, but yeah, it's been a while.
So above,
Yeah.
basically, on the higher level, you have the what are Ruth here? You're looking.
I'm looking at my notes.
Basically, the where the stacks were, you had the central table, and above it is hanging from the ceiling. There is a massive stone sculpture in the shape of an open book.
What's interesting is that I am not in the story.
Yes,
Oh
you
yes,
are.
you are the
Yeah,
web.
you're in the
The
fire.
blue hand. The blue
webbed
hand with
hand.
palmed hands.
Ah.
Noxie is the only one whose body is not visible, implying that they're stuck underneath the rubble.
No,
Right.
not Noxie.
Noxie.
That would be Tuin, and Noxie is
Yeah.
getting.
No, that's
The
the
squirrel.
squirrel.
The squirrel is trying to get to
Oh,
Noxie.
Noxie,
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. My bad.
So, as Varnier sort of looks through this and going, you are right. The story is important, especially to this creature. These fey creatures, they have rules to their existence. It is a cycle of how things are for them, their reality. This is its story in a sense. The poem, it mentioned a girl grinding grain, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I
And grinding Shemshime himself and killing it for good.
No, these things cannot be killed. They are story. As long as the story exists, and we know the story, there's no way of destroying Shemshime completely as long as not just the book exists, but the memory of it. It can only be recaptured in its own tale. This is why we need the book. It cannot exist without the book, and the book cannot not exist as long as Shemshine is around. So my research is told.
But it's not a real solution.
There is one. How can
We can do the
recreate
last. Yeah, we can do the last scene, destroy this, make the statue fall, and just burn the library.
Well, I would prefer if things were not put to blaze. I put quite a lot of effort in the restoration of this place and the books that are there.
Well, I think Naruthir agrees with me.
You get a very, very
I do, mate. I do.
bad look from Iris as well.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take a risk to sacrifice more lives just to save a
Yeah.
couple of bucks.
Oh,
I
well,
wanna
as long
die.
as you are ready to die in the blaze with it, I've got
If
no
that's
issue
the
with
only
it.
solution, so be it.
We'll be safe underneath, and because the fumes go up anyways.
Wait,
Huh.
but
And
what tell you that it's what we need, that it will be solved? Because there is other scene in the, and I don't really want us to go through those 3 different scenes before the fire one.
We could defy the scene by not being in the groups depicted in the scene. Meaning, for example, Tuin could go with what you need. I'd go with whether Iris or Noxie. It would prevent his part of the story to happen and create something else. The thing is how do we make sure that the story we are creating make him returning that damn book?
During this time, Crinkle, well, no, I'd say Galeby has basically been cradled in Ebder's arms. As you can kind of see, she's sobbing, the emotions, the fear sort of coming up to a bubble. Ebder trying to soothe her. Strangely enough, Crinkle, despite being taken out by the child, has sort of moved over to her and is doing sort of slow clicking sounds, trying to soothe her. Ebder at first has a movement of recoil, trying to protect. There's definitely an air of hurt in Crinkle's eyes and expressions as they understand, as she understands what happened, and will most likely live for the rest of their lives with the idea of having attacked one of her charges. Cthulhu is just there, eyes wide, palms over her ears, rocking sort of backwards and forwards. But at least she's not pacing or running for the exit. Varnir is on the edge of cracking. She's doing everything that she can to keep a measure of countenance. And while she has given her opinion, you understand that she doesn't have the strength to push any agenda or decision upon you.
But Vanir, you were about to say that there was one solution, but you didn't came to it. What is that solution you were thinking of?
In my research, the events. The book came with a diary from the person who found and had the book made. Shemshime was a story that he had heard. A little village about north of Baldur's Gate, somewhere within Eltergard. The scenes were true. They happened. This is not. A farm had been haunted and cursed by this shadow, and had sort of become, a cursed story. He maybe thought nothing more of that, but apparently when he made the book happen, he had the book made, it brought back the creature. The creature is shown to have been defeated by a millstone, something heavy to crush it. I don't think fire will help, as I did not see any note of that within the original story. As I said, these creatures have rules that they themselves have to follow. If this is an echo of some sort of a creature that was destroyed by that mill, it will only recognize being destroyed the same way.
So we drop the giant stone book on top of it.
I guess, yes. But
I agree.
But-
It's the heaviest stone structure we have, but we need to get it underneath it.
Do we also have to forget the story?
no, I don't know.
We should stay all together.
Let's make sure that this iteration of Shemshime is destroyed
Trapped
or diminished or
and-
trapped or whatever consequences might be. We have to try. After that, we'll see. I mean, memory spells are a possibility within these, not these walls, but surely somewhere out there.
Have you seen that this version of the story is also playing around our fears?
Of course.
So maybe
This creature's been playing with our fears ever since this morning.
maybe this is one of the solution also, to face it once and for all,
I
and to
don't.
not be scared. And then the shadow will cease to exist because it has no power.
There is nothing more elemental fear than that of burning alive. And I do not wish to confront an open flame, not here within my books.
And I'm pointing toward the girl, and I'm like, would you ask a 9-year-old girl not to fear a shadow?
Please, let's.
Maybe only one person needs to do it.
All the while that you are talking, you can feel, see, sense, especially you, Neruthir. You can feel the shadows sort of moving about. The corridor leading out of the kitchen, the darkness feels palpable, almost coming solid. Not just an absence of light, but physical, like ink, floating within the air, permeating this. Tuin, as you look, reminds you of maybe a squid's ink within water, as you can see them writhe and move to currents that they find on their own. You're gonna have to go through that somehow.
Okay. So now we need to go to the room and drop the thing.
And make some torches before you leave this area. There's a stove. Find some wood.
I'll grab the light pan, the pan with the light.
The light pan.
The light
I have
pan.
my sword, but
So do you know by what how the this statue is hauled from the either ropes or chains
There are
or
steel cables. They would be from.
Oh, great.
They would be held above the ceiling at the entrance of the cellar.
Well, my squirrel can climb up there, but I don't know what he can do once he's there.
I mean, choose true steel rope. We'll die.
do we have any magic spell that can levitate or make the things fall? Did I say while watching at Iris in particular?
I have one spell left. But depending on the amount of cables there are, could I realistically see a magic missile go through the different cables? I mean, I've got a spider climb. I could send someone up there and just cutting the
My
damn.
my sword's
I have
magic.
a mage hand.
Yeah.
You could go there and unscrew.
I mean, I've got mage hand as well, so
I have a magic sword, meaning I
Yeah.
might go through steel ropes with it.
well, the only problem with spider climb is I gotta manage those concentration checks because it's a concentration spell.
What you
It
need?
is.
Would you be able to make
I-
me jump up there? If I run towards you and you just
I don't think I
No.
can make you jump, but I can jump. That's for sure.
okay.
I also have in my backpack. I have these like 4 glass bottles. We don't really know what they do.
I believe that those are a form of alcohol. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Glass bottles.
was
Oh,
it
no,
alcohol?
no. Those are the ones that you found in...
In the cupboard, I think, right?
Yes, let me go have a look.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
how
no,
explosive.
the bottles are empty.
I see
yes.
some. One is blue, boiling in bubbles and steams,
Yes.
and the second contains fog that moves and pours like water. That's what I.
Yes, so those two. So in the cupboard, you found 4 intricately shaped
Right.
bottles with nothing in them.
Yeah.
And then there were 2 extras. The one is a potion of gaseous form, and the other one is a potion of heroism,
Oh.
which would be readily identified should you show that to somebody who knows a bit. But I'll say that during the short rest, you had a look.
Quick
Okay.
question. The book is hanging, but it creates some sort of a flat surface, or is there an incline?
So the book itself is sort of it's a flat open book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could stand on the sculpture.
Yes, you could definitely
and
stand upon
cut
it. Yeah,
the
yeah,
ropes.
absolutely. Yep, you would.
Okay, just to make sure. Just to be clear on that point.
I know right now we're trying to figure out the part of making the book fall, but I could also maybe make an illusion to make the bottom of the area look more like the scene inside the book
Okay,
while the book falls on top of it. Just an idea.
sure.
That's a good idea.
That's not
We
a bad
can
idea, yeah.
make him trapped there, right? I think it's got to be there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like I can have like an illusion of the mill as long as it's 5 feet big.
Technique. Yeah.
Varnier has sort of taken to this, sort of as you were discussing this, she sort of pushed, as the shadows sort of pushed themselves towards into the light that you're giving out. She comes in and basically creates a ward around the door. Crinkle going up to her and extending the ward. You can see that this is something that maybe employees of the Candlekeep know about to do. Is that basically they are creating a large sort of ward around the civilians, basically, but makes it very clear that she'll protect them for a while, but please, if you want to enact the plan, go for it.
Yeah.
There are 5 of you. Do not count on NPCs to do the work for you.
Yeah.
No, we're
No,
discussing.
not
Well,
the point.
let's go upstairs already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I can jump on top of the book, and I say this while we're advancing, right, in the hallway.
Yeah.
And maybe I can jump on top and somehow cut the cords. Are they rope or are they steel?
I said they're
metal?
steel cables.
Steel
They're
wires.
steel cables.
Steel wires,
oh.
yeah.
I don't know how to cut that. I only have a stick.
we have a magical sword that gives of light. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think a magical sword will be able to cut a couple of wires.
It is a possibility.
I know.
Okay, so could we all be moved in the big central?
Let's get there first. I
I-
have one question.
That's why I told you, make some torches before we leave.
Yeah.
Iris and I have a light source, but you guys need one too.
I'm not sure if torch is a good idea considering the
you-
vision.
If you don't try,
I should have a, well, maybe not in the dark, but at least in obscurity, right? Vision.
You have dark vision, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
so
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
those are shadows. You
Yeah.
you want a minimum amount of shadow touching you because you're not. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a strength drain like you did before.
So
It's not a question of seeing; it's a question of avoiding.
I have a question for all of you, as we're going to be moving on. As you're going to be moving out. One, who takes lead? So I want an order to who is going to be moving forward first.
I go first.
Okay, Naruthir is first.
I'll follow Naruthir.
Okay.
I will close the line and scout behind.
Okay.
So I will be last, but not a following last, closing last.
Who's the Iris and Noxie? Who's after Naruthir?
I'll
what you
get
need?
Noxie go first, and I'll follow Noxie just in front of Tuin.
I got you. Don't worry. Don't move. There you go. Okay, and this last question that I want to have before we move forward is, who is handling the book?
Mage?
I would say my mage hand is handling the book.
The book itself is not dangerous per se. I just need to know on whose person it is. So, Iris, would that be you?
It's hanging in between Noxie and I.
I asked a simple question. No worries.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
no,
move
I'm
forward.
carrying it.
Okay, so I will actually.
I would have
mark
taken
you-
it, but Iris probably didn't want me to try to burn it again or something.
Yeah, no, I think at this point, after it has
Everything?
been thrown in the fire, Iris would like, nope, I'll just do it.
Okay. Well, let's just mark you as such for the book. Okay. So, Naruthir, you're As you move into this thick darkness that is the corridor that leads to the stairs above, there's a whooshing sort of sound, as if you are in a wind tunnel. There's no air current per se, just the whooshing of these shadows moving about. And you almost feel like you're in a dust storm of some kind, holding the moon blade before you. The shadows part for a while, just about, and Iris, you can definitely see the light before you illuminating, but dimmed somewhat. Not enough to fully dissipate the darkness. The same, your own light as you're holding this kitchen implement, this pan in front, gives off just enough light so that you can see the back of What You Need's head and the people around you, but not much more, in a sense. And again, that whooshing sound sort of spread around you.
I guess everyone took some light source, so we took the time to make those torches because I think it's important that everyone has something to basically defend themselves with. So
as you are holding each and one of you sort of makeshift torches or taken from your packs or whatnot, lit to a fire, much to Iris's and Varnir's sort of dismay, and a lot of be careful with that. Please be careful with that.
don't let it drop.
Don't let it drop. Do not hit them. Actually, does anybody want to have a lantern in their inventory?
I will see that because maybe I have one.
Rope, tinderbox, torch.
I don't
I
think
have a
torches.
candle.
you have a candle. You poor thing.
I have a torch. An actual
No, I
torch.
just
Okay.
have a torch.
Noxie,
to-
are you holding up a candle for illumination?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I could give you my torch if you want.
Right. Could I have from all of you a... What was it? What was the... I need to go back to the events. Here we go. Right. Okay. Okay. Could I have all of you, please, make me a charisma saving throw?
Finally, something I'm good at, and you see, I'll fail it miserably.
I think I'm gonna grab my inspiration on that one.
Okay, so we have Noxie 13, What You Need 18. Okay, oof. Right. So Iris, you took your inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay. Too bad it's not enough.
Shit.
As you
So
move
I-
towards the corridor,
Okay.
there's a moment, Noxie, as you are holding that brief sort of little candle as you're moving by, you're feeling your pet familiar sort of lodged into your clothing, that little heartbeat, that little source of heat that is there, becomes all the more evident as the temperature around you drops. There's a moment where you see the candle in front of you sort of flicker out. Now, it shouldn't be a problem because you've got light sources before and after you, but you can't see them. Actually, you can't see anything around you as all of a sudden you feel weight being put on your shoulders and being pushed down. There's a moment of pressure upon your chest as you're trying to breathe. You try to call out. No sound escapes. I guess the visions might be coming true in some sense. Iris, the other way around, as you are walking forward, the light that you have to the side, the pan basically starts to get hot in your hands. Burning hot. Stove hot. You can see as you're looking to it that the metal of the pan is glowing now, not white due to your magical spell, but is glowing orange, getting brighter. What do you do?
I'll drop it. If it gets too hot, I drop it.
As you drop it, the light shunts out, as if all of a sudden the spell had dissipated. But that's not how the spell works. It's just that all of a sudden you are in complete darkness. But heat is radiating from the walls. As you move to the side, it's a narrow corridor. You touch the wall and you can hear, almost smell the sizzle as your skin touches the wall. It's like being in an oven. You feel yourself burning up. Not yet enough that you would put up a flame, but you realize you would feel like not much more would be necessary for you to just ignite. Naruthir, Watchanid, and Tuin. The darkness try oppress you. There are visions that go through your mind, echoing the scenes that you had before. The scenes that promised to you by the shadows. But you managed to shake them off. Naruthir, as you step forward, Naruthir and Watchanid. Watchanid was focusing on Naruthir's light. You managed to push through. Now, Naruthir, you start realizing at some point as you look back, you are alone. Not necessarily because it's an illusion. It's just that Noxie's held back for some reason. Just hasn't caught up, and you can't see through the darkness. You cannot see Iris's light either. Tuin, as you had been sort of bringing up the rear, you've concentrated yourself on your surroundings, hoping not to be caught from behind by these shadows that seem to be slinking just on the edge of Iris's light. As you are looking towards concentrating your sword or your bow out, waiting for an attack, you hear clunk, 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 as Iris has stopped in her tracks and opened her hand, and the light source has dropped to her feet. What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to get to her immediately. And I call for, stop, guys. We have a problem. Come back on your feet. And after that, I try to soothe Iris. Because I know she's going through a vision. And so I try to whisper her, this is just a vision. You can get out of it. You're smarter. You're smarter than us all. You know how it works.
Okay. Make me a persuasion roll, please. 10. Sure. As there's a moment where you sort of shake her, you can see the book sort of held in her hands there. The Iris, you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's not cold, it's not warm particularly, but it's definitely, it's that temperature that is not the one that you're perceiving from everything around you. Make me a charisma saving throw. Which, with advantage this time. 19, nice. The touch of the sea elf is cool enough to bring you back to fruition. And you realize that
And she sneezes.
the book in your, you sneeze out of it. The heat, you still feel it, sort of as an afterthought. The same way, you leave the sun when a cloud goes about. The light, you realize you've dropped the pan. Fortunately, not the book. But in front of you, Noxie has dropped her candle, and yes, you almost trip over her. Same kind of situation. I'm not going to have you roll again. This is for ambience. As the little form of Noxie, it's maybe what pulls you out of it is that little center of heat right there around your clavicle, where your pet has sensed your distress and is sort of moving about. And you're realizing this little form of life is still there and reminds you, no, wait, I'm not alone. I can still move forward. Let's get going. And you snapped two. You catch up with the other two at the beginning. Corridor is long, but you've gotten to the end of it. And I will move you upstairs. As soon as I pull this out right here. There we go. Let's put you on. Okay. Alright. As you move up through the cellar, you come to this huge room, which you have mixed feelings about. This is where you were ambushed. This is where Ebder had his first crisis. This is where Neruther, you fought the shadows for the first time. And here, as you come in, you realize you are on alert, all of you. Shadows in every corner. But again, around, you cannot see the walls, as the brightness of your light does not reach it. And again, these shadows swirling around, covering the edges of the room, sticking to the walls, coloring the walls and the floors. You find yourself in almost into a sea of darkness. If you've ever figured being in the just in the middle of Tuin, you would have noticed this. An ending blackness with just the stars above, except here there is nothing. You feel around just enough with the light that you have around the piles of books and the different bookcases. And there in the center, you can see the large wooden, richly adorned reading nook that is there. And just above, reflected in your light, the huge book of stone standing above. However, as the shadows sort of move about and you hear the laughter, the hissing steam of laughter of Shemshime as it apparates on the other side of the room and goes to lunge for you. Shadows exiting in all manners of places. This, my friends, is the final confrontation. I hope you are ready, because I'm going to ask you to roll initiative.
Yay. Let's do this.
I don't know why the screen keeps doing that to me, but... Okay, and here we go. Your objective is clear?
Yep.
Okay. Then, let's roll initiative. Click your tokens, and...
Done.
You know
Did
what to
mine
do.
work? It gave me a
Uh,
message. It says you wanted to send the result of
Same.
this roll to the shard tracker, but no valid token was
Oh,
selected.
because you need to select your token.
Oh, okay.
And roll initiative, and the shadows, roll initiative. There we go. Ooh, okay. Okay. I have Naruth here. I have Iris. I have...
Yeah, you don't have me because I don't know how to do again.
Okay, just, what was your initiative?
It is 7.
7. Okay, at turn... 7, here we go. Who am I missing? Naruth here.
Me, I have 15.
Okay. Okay. Now, just so that you all know what the stakes are, you need to get... Basically, the book is just above here. You need to get Shemshime here, and at that point, drop the book on the head. Right? Just so you know, just to be fully open, Shemshime, as long as the damage is not coming from that book, will remain at 1 hit point. So, you need to... This is not about destroying them or whatnot. They can only be destroyed one way, and is by dropping the book on them. So, as Shemshime starts, they are going to switch the music over, and...
Can we have an X on the spot of the book, please?
It's right here at the center of
It's
the
Center of
table.
the table.
Total center? Okay,
Yeah.
that's just stupid dead center.
You know what? But I will give you. I'll give you a mark. No worries. No, come on. Why don't?
That's a big mark. That's a big book.
Yeah, that's a big marker. Okay, so it did come out. Okay, perfect. And because X marks the spot. There we go.
Okay.
Actually, let's just do this. There we go. Happy? Okay.
Nice.
So where's the book? No, sorry.
Actually, I've got this. So
Oh, look at that.
there we go. X marks the spot. And well, no, actually, move it to map. There you go. Okay, perfect. Right. So Shemshine is going to start. Whispers of violence. Up to 2 creatures they can see within 60 feet of it. Could you please, Naruthir and what you need? Could you please roll me both wisdom saving throws, please?
Uh-oh.
One of
Sure
you
about
was
wisdom?
one of you had an bardic inspiration. Which one
Yeah,
of
yeah.
you was it again?
I will use it. Hold on, plus 1d6.
Yeah, you're gonna want a 6 in this case. Oh, or just
Oh. Mm-hmm. No.
no. It's slash roll here, and
Yeah.
slash roll 1d6. So that'd be a 10. Okay. So. Each target saving throw or target gets.
No. For me, it's a 16. What you need got a 7. I got a
what you
13.
need
I
got
got
a
a
7. Okay. Oh, by the way, do you have an aura?
Me?
As a
Yes.
paladin.
As a paladin?
You're super-
Nope.
Not yet?
Nope. Not yet. I have the Shield of Faith, but that's a spell. I have heroism.
No, I guess that's level 5. Level 5.
Yep.
Right. So, what you need? I want you to use your reaction right now to basically hit. Make a strike against a melee attack against one creature that you can reach, and I think it will be it'll be Naruthir. So could you please try and hit Naruthir?
Hey!
That's a 22 quarterstaff. That is a hit, I believe.
So,
yeah.
because I do have a torch in my other hand, so it's only one hand, right?
Yes, I will allow that. Naruthir, you take 6 bludgeoning damage as this Heron gun just basically clocks you on the back of the head.
Keep moving!
You can see as you turn around, there's blackness. There's just a flash of black in their eyes, which is gone now. Right. So Naruthir, it is now your turn.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my sword to what you need and say, be ready to cut these ropes and fast. And I'm going to cast guiding bolt towards Shemshime.
Okay, go for it. 17. Okay, that is a nice shot. Just tell me, do you hit first? Roll. You did the damage.
Sorry.
No worries.
Cast on VTT, so it's
12.
12, 19
12
radius.
is
So
not enough. That's it.
Shit balls.
But technically, that wisdom saving throw. You know what? I'll say it's a hit. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, he doesn't. As you fire the bolt across the room, you can see that there is a massive hole in its shape, as it's just there, standing, laughing, quite knowing that at some point it will reform itself anyways.
Yep.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'm going to get out of the way for what you need. I'm going to put myself here.
So what you need, you now have a, what is it, a longsword?
It's, yeah. It's,
okay.
I'll just.
No, it's a great sword. It's a great sword.
I'll just leave my quarterstaff where I am, or like, can we exchange the weapons, or?
Yeah. I'll add. I'll just go right here and add you a greatsword in your inventory. All the while, Iris, you are up.
Yeah. Now that we're back in the room, can I have a closer look at the ropes holding the book? How many of them are there?
So
how sturdy do they look?
They are, as I mentioned, they are steel cables. The sort of drilled into the stone. You can see there are. I mean, I would say for a thing this size, there are 4 cables, one at each corner, but they are not sufficiently. None of them would be enough, right? So I would say it would be able to drop down. Should you remove 2 of the cables, it should drop down fairly well.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, what you need, you can just refresh your character sheet. You will find a greatsword in your inventory.
I added it, but.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I might have 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
I'll just take one off.
No worries.
But we still need to find a way to attract Shemshime on the table, basically, or under the book.
You would know that you wouldn't. Yeah, you know that the book that you have would be the center of its attention.
Okay. Well, I am going to squeeze by my companions then and get closer in order to be able to bring the book to the table because I'm carrying it.
Okay. Let's see. You were back here. 15. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. You want to sprint?
Yeah, I'm gonna sprint. And I'm gonna actually get up on the table.
Okay.
And,
Climb up on the table.
Yeah, and drop the book there.
Okay. So that's Iris. What you need?
So I jump. I don't. Yeah, I have a rabbit hop.
Yep.
I can jump to the. So I use one of my rabbit hops,
So
and I
that's
go
50.
on top of the book. That's. I can jump 10 feet
Okay. Yeah, I guess that.
without provoking opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I guess that. Anyways, with the you can sort of easily climb up the staircase, well, the bookcase, jump to the
yeah.
book. Not a problem. Yeah, I'm placing you here, but you are above the book, basically.
Okay.
Let's just.
And I start. How many ropes are there?
There are 2. Well, there are like I said, there are 4 on each.
Four.
So it's a
four,
rectangle,
okay.
and so there are 4 on there. You want to strike at the first one?
I maybe. It's that. If I cut already one, it's gonna becoming like really fragile and.
Yes, it will be. Like I said, you
so
would
I
say.
don't want to crush Iris.
Well, we'll
so
see.
maybe I'll wait.
You've seen Iris do weird disappearing tricks where
That
she
is true.
crosses
Okay.
through the
All right,
through the room.
I'll cut the first one. Should I
Okay,
attack now?
yeah. Make an attack, please. It's an immobile
Wait,
object.
Where did it go? Oh, there we go.
On the sword.
Okay, a 12, definitely. I'll just look at the damage. Come on, click. There you go. Okay, perfect. So yes, as this thing is clunky, this is large, right? And you sort of move about and just boom, it cuts through. There is a twang as almost the sound of a lute string being snapped as boom, as you just barely move about as this steel cable sort of flings your way. 3 cables left. You feel. Again, you're a monk. I'm not going to have you roll for this, but you do feel the whole base just move just an inch, as part of the weight has sort of moved it. You would expect, you would know that to cut which cord will cut without, so that the book doesn't just swing across the room. But yeah, okay. So that was your action and your bonus action. So the shadows are going to basically into attack here. And there we go. And they're going for the book. So there's going to be 2 attacks on Iris.
Yeah, bring it on.
That's a 23 and a 9.
The 9 doesn't hit, the 23 does hit.
Okay, that is 10 necrotic, and you will lose 4 points of strength as this thing rushes towards you. You are in place, you are sort of trying to avoid it, but again, you are the center of the attention of these shadows as you are holding the book. The book sort of moving, you can still hear the mechanism whirring and that music going about. The images are shifting again, trying to find something to hang on. Clearly, the predictions that it happened did not. And so it's moving scenarios, basically. And now you see, instead of being on fire, you're the ones being molested by these shadows and being torn apart by the darkness. Then I have one on Neruthier. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Come on.
You gotta stop rolling well with those.
Yeah,
things.
I mean, you take 12 necrotic.
Okay.
And once again, just roll me a d4, and that's what you lose. No, don't worry, I got. Go ahead. And then Noxie, that's an 11, so I don't think that hits. And nothing for Tuin either, as I miss an opportunity for a critical hit.
A d4 I had to roll, right?
I'll do it. Don't worry about it. There you go. That's a 1. You lose 1 strength.
Okay.
And that's it. Noxie, you're up.
Oops. Sorry. Don't take care of that.
With Tuin on deck.
I want to, first of all, walk a little bit this way. And then second of all, I want to do second level healing word on Naruthir.
Okay. As you step towards Naruthir, the shadow sort of swipes at you as you leave there, so as an attack of opportunity. But you're good. It doesn't hit you.
Okay.
Okay, Naruthir, you go ahead for the heal. That is 9 points of healing for a healing word. Nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
I'm playing a healer now. Just like in Overwatch.
In D&D, you're playing what's needed.
Absolutely. Okay, is that your whole action there?
Hang on. Because I saw something earlier. Where was it? I was reading all these things. Okay, as a bonus action, you can expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and choose 1 creature you can see. So unsettling words, basically.
Unsettling words. I'm guessing on Shemshime?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, he'll have a d6. He'll basically have to roll a d6, and will remove to any saving throw that he has to do.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Tuin, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to fight with the well, it doesn't really matter to fight the shadows and such because we want to gather them up in the center. So I am going to provoke the shadow close to me and then reach to the center to maybe drag them there. Something like that.
I mean, technically, you could go take the disengage, which means that you can run past both shadows, and they will not have opportunity attacks, and use your bonus action with your seagull to attack if you wish.
Yeah, I will get my seagull, harass them.
Okay.
And walk backwards, so taunting them.
Okay.
To get them here in the center.
Technically, the only shadow we need in the center is Shemshime.
Yes, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Well, I will just... I just need to...
Yeah, just make an attack with your...
There we go.
Okay, that's a 15. That is a hit, so you can do the damage. That is 7. As long as the oh no, not 7 actually, minus. There you go. That because non-magical. But anyways, as Shemshime basically sort of rushes towards you, you've placed yourself. No, not that way. This way, right here. Okay. Perfect. Okay. The only thing... So as the way that Shemshine is basically going to try and grab the book from you, Iris. So that's going to be a maddening touch. Ouch. Oh, that is going to hurt.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
I mean, I've got one last spell. And
Okay.
if I see him come at me like that, I'll just go.
Okay. Let's see if that last spell of yours is worth the spending.
It's
It
an
is!
upcast. It's an upcast silvery barbs, but it is nice.
So yes, as the there's a sort of shimmer of silver as something basically moves Shemshime's attack away and just is there. And you still holding the book, Shemshine underneath this massive book right now. This is the moment to strike. Naruthir and Iris. Naruthir, what do you do?
So,
Grab Tuin, get her away from the table, I would say.
Well, he's over here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm right
don't worry,
there.
I'll handle it. I'll handle it.
okay. Now what I'm going to do is, heck, I'm going to get closer to you, and I'm going to help you keep the book, because I have way more strength than you do.
Get the fuck away! This book is gonna fall, and you're gonna get crushed underneath it. Get everyone the fuck away!
Alright.
I'll handle it. Get everyone the fuck away. And as soon as Shemshine is there, Iris is screaming that to all of you. It's get the fuck away.
Well, the book is kind of the side of the table, right? Or is it the entirety of the central?
It's like a
She means
gigantic.
the big book.
It's a
on
big,
top.
big book.
Yeah, but what's
stone
the
book
size
above
of
you.
the stone book? Yeah, I know, but if I'm right here, am I away or am I into the area where the book would crush me?
There's gonna be some marble. Probably.
There's gonna be
Oh
marble
yeah,
flying
there's gonna
all
be
over
a
the place,
big
yeah.
crash
Yeah.
everywhere.
Fine. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump towards Noxie, taking her with me and try to reach this area, or, you know, somewhere in this area.
Yeah, so just so you know,
I'm going to take 2 attack of opportunity, I know.
So,
Okay.
just so you know, the book is 12 feet across and weighs about 1,500 pounds. So, sorry, I'm going to go back to the map and basically, indeed, do this.
Feet across. No, it's kind
That's
of
the size of the book.
Okay. So we're good. There's going
So
to
you're
be
gonna take
shrapnels, but
Yeah, so you take 2 attacks of opportunity.
yeah.
Is that what I'm counting right? Shadow,
Yeah.
It's 1. That's 2. That's a 21 to hit on the first one, a 10 on the second. That
One
is
hits, the other not.
That is 8 necrotic and another 3 removed from your strength. You're starting to feel like. What's your strength score right now?
15.
15. Yeah, so you're not yet encumbered by your armor, but you're starting to get there. Right. So that was not Ruth here. Iris, what's your turn?
I'm taking Noxie with me, by the way.
Okay, you
know,
grab
that
Noxie.
works.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Iris is gonna. It's not gonna be very nice, but it's gonna be very efficient. with her foot, give a slight little tap on Twin's shoulder, and Twin is gonna poof away, and end up behind the, or just here on the corner, because it needs to be in line of sight. But I have 30 feet, so over here.
Okay, so you're basic. So Tuin, I think this has to be a willing target, correct? You just can't poof somebody.
Yeah, a willing creature.
So Tuin.
Tuin, you're getting away, and I just slightly. You're getting a slight.
Okay.
Just say yes.
Getting yeeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you accept Tuin? Do you accept to be yeeted across the room?
We can hear you.
We
not
don't
hear
hear. We can't hear you.
Oh yeah, sorry. So I'm watching the serious face of Iris, and I know she mean business. So I trust what she's saying and say, oh, she's going to do some magic and on some stuff like that.
So basically,
yes.
yeah. So basically, she comes up to you, says, "You are going away," and just places her foot on your chest, and immediately there's a shunt. There's a movement of Iris, Eladrin. What season are you currently? Spring. There's a moment of heat that radiates your body that is, again, that light summer sun irradiating your body. The moment where you just the light,
rays.
the first rays of spring. So light, but not just the heat is there, just that calm moment, and you find yourself 30 feet away. Well, 25 in this case. Just shunted away, and you can see now the whole scene developing before you.
And as soon as she disappears, I'm going to take. So that was my bonus action.
That's a bonus action? Okay.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. My action and my movement is gonna be sprint, and I will sprint that way, because that way I'm not taking any opportunity attacks.
Where do you believe where do you believe that you're not taking any opportunity attacks?
Because
this one was on you.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna
this
take
one.
one opportunity attack.
So technically, Shemshine is in the middle.
And
You've got two
okay.
shadows that are there.
Okay, yeah, because that I saw myself in the middle there.
Oh,
And
if
so
you
I
take
didn't see, I was.
If you take
Just
the
disengage.
dodge action, disengage.
Engage, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
too
I'm
much.
gonna let's do. I disengage and I take my movement to sprint, which means that I am
Just 30
going-
feet.
Yeah.
Do
I
you,
have
by the
30
way,
feet.
question: do you drop the book onto the table or do you take it with you?
What she needs next?
Yeah, no, but do we want the book to be crushed? No.
Yes, we do.
No. So I'm taking the book with me.
Okay.
The one getting crushed is Shemshine. It's not the book. So I'm gonna do 15, 25 feet, and then I'm gonna drop and roll behind the
Okay.
Drop
using
and
the using the library stacks as a shield. I'm just gonna drop behind it, get low, as to avoid any impact of shrapnel and so on.
Okay. Right. Naruthir, you're up.
No, it's what you need.
What you need?
What you need?
You just have. You can just see just below. You were there holding the greatsword, looking down. You've just seen Iris's light basically dash across. She's holding the book, dodging these shadows that are trying to swipe at her. The shadow. You can see the. You can. Well, no, you can't see underneath.
and
but
I'm
you can
screaming
hear.
now.
Yeah, okay. You hear now. The authoritan librarian now. Go ahead, make that attack.
So yeah, Oh, let's go.
And that is perfect. As you wield the great
Well
sword,
rolled.
you you sort of pick up on the balance of it, right? There's a moment where you're going, "Oh, wait, there's something about martial arts that is using the energy of your opponent to move things around." This time you're realizing, wait, the inertia, oh, I can use this. And as you start pulling around, you move it around and not only cut one, but all 3 chords at the same time as you flip through them. Now, as you start to feel the weightlessness of this massive tome crushing down below, I need you to do... what do you do, basically?
I think I have a reaction.
It's a bonus action, technically.
What you need, I think, in your features...
Lucky footwork. When you fail the dexterity... So I guess I can do a dexterity throw. Is that...
Well,
to see if I...
Technically, you have slow fall, which means that you can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 20.
Oh, right.
So...
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. Let me just cut out of combat here. Let's get back to this particular... Alright. Tuin, you've just been shunted by Iris as to the back of the room and completely sort of taking outside of the fight. And you can see now this game of lights and shadows that are moving around this central sculpture. You see the flick of light as what you need slices the chords, and you hear more than you can actually see the immense mass of this stone sculpture smash into the table below. There is shrapnel going everywhere. Neruthier, you find yourself expecting the drop. You roll yourself to cover Noxie with your form, and you can feel the impact of stone and wood and brass and whatever other materials that made the central table and the chairs pepper the back of your armor like rain on a tin roof. Noxie, as there, you can just guess what's going on. Iris, same thing, covered by the books. The impact is enough to radiate this shockwave throughout the chamber. You find yourself stabilizing a couple of books behind you, almost as a reflex as you're putting them back. The book in your hands is still playing that music.
I close it.
As you close it shuts. And for the first time in hours, your mind is clear. The silence following the echo of the crash is almost deafening. There's a moment where you're checking yourself going, is this? Yes? Hello? The shadows
Everybody's alive.
Yeah. Neruthier is now standing above the rubble, having sort of just rolled, and is now standing there with the greatsword at his side, illuminating the scene.
What you need has it.
Oh, sorry. I keep... It's late, and it's late. We still need to have dinner. So yes, what you need is just sort of standing there, illuminating this with this sort of white light, which gives very much an impression of moon landing photographs, right? That white marble. And here and there, you can see sort of the stones that have been mingled with the wood underneath. Everybody's alive. The shadows dismissed, and your mind silent.
This is so bizarre. It's like
look.
something is missing.
Iris, there's just that one moment as you sort of stand up and verify. As you close the book, it shunts out open just a moment as the slinking shadows that you had seen previously emanate from it, slink back into it, and close again shut.
I'll grab, and I'm pretty sure that's part of the standard equipment of any librarian in Candlekeep. An emergency latch for the book. You know, it's like a belt that you belt around difficult books because you know that they're not gonna stay closed.
I don't think that there's any specific belt type for that, but I will assume that you do have the equipment for it to sort of wrap it up, pull it tight.
Put that in
And
a
marked
lockbox.
as
Put the
with-
lock.
And marked as dangerous, do not open on the rim.
Yeah, put it on a lockbox. Put the lockbox in a vault. Put the vault in a volcano.
Don't worry, Candlekeep has measures. As the dust cloud sort of settles, you look about the room, and the lighting, the temperature, things have gone back to sort of normal. It takes maybe 5-10 minutes where you are sort of that post-battle verification, making sure that everything's all right. And you start seeing a yellowish green glow coming from the stairs, coming from below. And one by one, the inhabitants of the Firefly cellar join you.
Everyone
Varney, go ahead.
Everyone has all their limbs.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then I run towards what you need, and I'm like, give it. Come to Papa.
I'll give it back, of course.
Oh, of course, do you?
Watcha? Good job.
Yeah, well done, lad.
problem.
And I trudge, and I give you a quarter staff back.
Oh, the
Whatever you
quarterstaff.
need, I provide.
Maybe now it's time to go out and see
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
sunlight or the moonlight. It doesn't
or the
matter.
sky. Some
Let's
fresh
see
air.
how the rest of Candlekeep is faring.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
Varnier,
I've got an angry supervisor somewhere.
Varnier is quick to run to you, Iris, and basically clasp the book with the
Oh.
belt sort of tied to it and says, I will make sure that this finds a proper place and will never be heard from again. Now that we know where this plague came from, this is going into the secure vaults.
Yeah, how did all that started? Who told the book originally?
Well, this I can tell you. Let's see. Here we go. So, this you would learn later, maybe. So, centuries ago, a family living in a remote watermill endured a series of unfortunate events. A malevolent spirit called Shemshime attached itself to the family and caused these accidents. The daughter finally destroyed Shemshime by crushing it under a millstone that had been blessed by a traveling halfling cleric of Chantea, the god of agriculture. The story became a local legend, a cautionary tale meant to warn people to keep their attentions on their chores, completely ignoring the malevolent force that was behind it. When a traveling gnome bard heard the tale, he was so intrigued that he set the story down into a book, Shemshime Bedtime Rhyme, which he had made by other cousins of his in the area. By doing so, he inadvertently created a conduit between through which Shemshime could return. Johan Pilt, the merchant that brought the book to Candlekeep, procured it from an adventurer who discovered it among the debris of a shipwreck. He brought the mechanical book to Candlekeep, where it's been ever since. And about 50 years ago, it was opened. No, sorry, 200 years ago, it had been opened. The music plague was contained at a great sacrifice and loss by the Avowed of Candlekeep. Johan Pilt, finding his resting place near the last Avowed, who sacrificed himself to make sure that it would not spread any further. There's no notes as to whether Shemshime was actually defeated or put back into the book during that first plague, or it was just a lack of victims and he went to sleep. Speculation is more on the latter than the former. And with the events that you've witnessed today, well, the conduit has now been closed. The book very much put away and surveyed. The epilogue of this story is one of archival interest. With the upheavals and whatever's going on in Candlekeep at the top, it's still a war zone up there. It's still a catastrophe, and people still need help. This particular thing, this particular incident, is most likely one of many that Candlekeep is going to be witnessing in the next couple of days as protections have been destroyed, books, monsters released. But at least you know that the 5 of you have now a footnote somewhere in the annals of Candlekeep of having prevented something that could have gone quite badly.
That's nice.
Any epilogue words, any last words from each and one of you? Tuin, you wanted to say something.
Yes, I was about to say for the interviews I'm available. You can, it's a joke. It's not really the personality of my character. No, she's very happy to have known those companions for this adventure, even though it was a very short time. This very short time, it was very horrible event, created kind of some bond, and our first step is to go out, but also to propose everyone to maybe go in a tavern or in an inn and have a meal and share something together, to just relax and have a laugh and just have a good time.
Neverthere, thoughts?
Well, I'm taking you on that tavern proposal. And as last words, when in doubt, kill the seagull first.
What? No!
What you need? How are you faring after these events?
I wanted to say, when I gave back the sword to Naruthier, I wanted to tell him. I did tell him. Well, we certainly didn't put the library ablaze, but I feel like this is a close second. You know, we had a lot of fun, and I would definitely take part in the tavern and ask Tuin. You're buying the first round, right?
Sure, I guess. I suppose.
You are now.
Oxy. As you extricate yourself from Naruthia's grip at the end of this, what are your next plans?
My next plans are I'm just excited to be able to go back to sort of being with my animal friends, kind of like more separated from humans. I feel like this adventure challenged Noxie to work with a group of people instead of kind of working against them, you know, being a little bit of a lone wolf. So maybe going forward, she's feeling a little bit like more prepared to do that more in the future, but she's still also kind of gonna spend some time going back to old habits first.
Do you follow the others to the tavern, or do you sort of slink away and find yourself a quiet spot?
I'm gonna find myself a quiet spot.
Okay.
Oh,
There's a moment, Iris, there's a moment where you see the three sort of clapping each other on shoulders, going to go for a drink. As you turn around, Noxie has disappeared. What are your plans?
I'm finishing up my notes in my personal notebook. Look at them. Go to the tavern. Look around. Don't see Noxie. Close my book. Go report to the closest
Closest avowed.
higher up of Candlekeep, and just say, I might need a good night's sleep, and then I'll be back up reporting for duty, sir.
The avowed that you find, the higher up that you find, is amidst papers and documents. It says, yes, of course. Take what you need, but we need you up in shape, and completely brushes you off, as you realize that they have hundreds of fires to put out in Candlekeep, and everybody's still on deck.
Hey, it wasn't me.
I'll find a corner, looking vaguely comfortable, and just drop and put my head down.
what? It's just the three of us then.
Alright.
As the three of you head towards the tavern, which is mildly still intact, hopefully a couple of kegs that have not disintegrated in the different tower accidents that have befallen Candlekeep. You still have...
walk to Baldur's Gate if they don't have any tavern there.
Each and one of you still have your particular reasons, the reason why you came to Candlekeep to... no, you still have your own missions, personally. But that's going to be for another day. Besides, nobody's going to be bringing you books for the next couple of weeks.
I ain't
What?
reading anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stopping with that.
Candlekeep is known for one thing: knowledge. Knowledge is power. Wield it safely. And on that note, I'd like to thank my players. Thank you for watching. And we
thank
will see
you.
you for the next time at Candlekeep Mysteries. Keep abreast of the channel. There are interesting things coming.
And thank you for the game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, DM. It was fun.
I would just before we leave remind that 3 at least of these fine people are on Twitch. Their links, their channels are in the description below. Please go say hi. Please let them know that you've seen them in these characters and that you appreciate them. If you don't, why the hell are you watching? And on that end, thank you again. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.